this loadout shown on screen right now makes doing hit throw missions extremely easy. It takes Dragon Scorch and its ability that makes the Dragon Slash overpowered. Just absolutely overpowered. And on top of that, we have the Blakebeard stash that gives you free melee weapons you to use on your downtime when this Dragon Slash ability isn't in use, or when the cooldown is going down. So first we need to talk about like why use this loadout in the first place. Why do hit the road missions in the first place? So it's summer now, meaning that birthday llamas are gonna return soon, like very soon. I remember last year they came around August, and it's July now, so it's coming. It's coming. So there's a possibility that the birthday llamas can be purchased with these road trip tickets that we're using right now to buy rad llamas. There's a possibility, I'm saying, that if you get, for example, I have 5k road trip tickets right now, so if I take this 5k road trip tickets and save it up until when the birthday llamas come out, I can buy 5 birthday llamas. I can save up my tickets and just buy 5 birthday llamas. This is the perfect time now to grind up road trip tickets so that when the birthday llamas come in the future, you'll be able to like cash all these road trip tickets out for the birthday llamas, which are literally the best llamas in the game. And it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. This is just from past information. Last year, I'm pretty sure we used these same tickets, the road trip tickets, to buy birthday llamas. So yeah, use this loadout, do hit the road missions, and get your tickets. Let's start disassembling this loadout that I created. The main thing about this loadout is, of course, Dragon Scorch. He makes the Dragon Slash ability like overpowered. He increases. So wait, let's talk about the Dragon Slash ability. It basically makes you like grab a sword and like dash through all husks in front of you. What Dragon Scorch does when he's in like the commander slot, he increases the range of this ability by a ton, the width by a ton, and the damage by quite a lot. Meaning that when he uses the Dragon Slash ability, everything like in front of him just absolutely gets like it absolutely vanishes. It's like funny how like powerful it is. This guy should be spearheading the truck. You should have like when you're doing hit the road like with your friends or something like that, or even in like a private lobby, you're probably gonna see like a public lobby. You're probably gonna see like lots of Dragon Scorches because this guy is just great at like spearheading the attack, spearheading the truck. Every like 10 seconds when playing hit the road, a wave of husks, like 10 or so husks, this spawn in front of the truck. So this guy is able to just use the Dragon Slash ability to absolutely just delete the husks when they just spawn in. It's so quick, it's so powerful. Just one of these guys will just carry the movement of the truck. Of course, this guy can't do the mini games and like the final wave alone, but this guy can prevent any chip damage from going onto the truck during the transportation. On top of Dragon Scorch, you have the Blakebeard stash team perk. This team perk is always used in these like event missions where like you don't have your regular inventory, because you're able to automatically just get like a whole like loadout of items and weapons. So when you kill husks, you have a 5% chance of uncovering a chest, and when you open this chest, you get at least like 1 peg leg and tons and tons of coconuts and cannonball grenades. The peg legs is what you want to focus on the most. The peg legs is basically just a melee weapon, a melee club that is actually really good. It's a legendary melee club. Of course, it doesn't have any perks on it, but still, it rivals lots of A tier and S tier weapons. It's seriously really good. So the peg leg is used for when, for example, what if you miss a couple of husks when you use Dragon Slash? The peg leg is there to just like finish off, because you can't use Dragon Slash all the time. Like all different abilities in the game, there's a cooldown on it, a 10-second cooldown, around 10 seconds, around there. So yeah, you won't be able to use Dragon Slash all the time. So this peg leg is for when you don't have the Dragon Slash to use and you just want to finish things off. It can also be used like when you're stopping, the truck stops for a minigame or something like that. Because when the truck stops and husks are coming from everywhere, you can't always get the greatest angle to get all the husks that spawn. So how should I say this? When you're on the road, of course, the husks come from the road. They come straight directly towards you. So you can always get a good angle with the Dragon Slash and just take all of them out most of the time. But when the truck stops and they're coming from everywhere, of course you can't get all the husks because they're coming from different sides of the truck, you know? So this peg leg is great for when the truck stops for a minigame and when you don't get every single all of the husks when during a wave when the truck's moving. On top of the peg legs, you get coconuts. So with these coconuts, they regenerate so much health. When you first eat them, they give you like a huge fraction of health, and over time they'll regenerate lots more health on top of that. It's great for scavenging in the storm. You're looking for weapons and like swords and stuff like that to disassemble and turn into traps for when the truck finally stops at the radio station for the last wave. You're getting lots of traps for that, so yeah, that's pretty good. Because of course, everywhere outside the area of the truck is a storm. So if you stay out there for too long, you'll eventually die because you'll be taking lots of damage from the storm. So these coconuts are like make you last longer, pretty much. Last but not least, you get cannonball grenades. They're just grenades. I don't end up using them that much because, of course, it's a ninja build. So I'm gonna be doing close to range things, especially that the only like weapon I have is the peg legs, which is of course a short range melee weapon. So yeah, the cannonball grenades are okay, but of course the peg legs are way better. So yeah, the Blakebeard stash just adds on top of the Dragon Scorch. It's just an extra. Honestly, you could do this loadout with only Dragon Scorch. In a perfect world, how to explain this? Dragon Scorch alone just carries this loadout. Everything down here is just extra. It's just adding to the health. It's just adding to the shields of the main hero. Yeah, Dragon Scorch just carries this, but of course it's good to fill all these slots to get like the most out of this loadout, you know? Now these three heroes on top are just used to activate the team perk. Because of course, to activate the Blakebeard stats team perk, you need 3 pirates. So I chose these ones for your special abilities. This one over here increases club damage. The peg leg is a club, the melee weapon we were talking about before. So this will increase the peg leg's damage. This one over here increases cannonball damage. So that will increase the cannonball grenades damage. And this one over here gives you a 20% chance to find coconuts and containers. So this one over here, it's not the most useful one because when you're doing hit the road, I don't feel you're doing like lots of looting if you're playing as Dragon Scorch, because of course when you're playing as Dragon Scorch, you're spearheading the attack. You're at the front of the truck. You're making sure that those waves of husks that spawn every 10 seconds do not touch the truck. So if you're like focused on like those husks, you're not gonna have that much time to loot. So this is basically useless. This is just for the off time where you get like a couple seconds to loot up a bit. This is the best hero you can choose because the other pirate heroes are basically useless for you. For example, this one over here, dealing pistol damage increases sword damage. So that's basically useless because for one, you don't have a sword. Wait, you don't even have both of these. You don't have a sword or a pistol to increase damage, you know? Just useless. The same thing, but like flipped over with this guy over here. Doing sword damage increases pistol damage by 22%. You don't have a sword to increase pistol damage, and even if you had a sword to increase pistol damage, you don't have a pistol to use. These are the only other 2 pirates, and by looking at these guys' descriptions of what they can do in your team, you can easily tell that this guy over here that gives you the 20% chance to loot up and find coconuts and containers is the best choice out of all the pirates you could choose. These two are extra, they're not too important to the loadout. This one adds 3% of current health to melee weapon damage. So this one is usually best when used with the Blast from the Past team perk, which basically takes all your shields and puts it into your health bar, so you no longer have any shields and you just have like a stupid amount of health. This is only best when using that team perk. So, but the 3% of current health is still a pretty good increase. This one over here, it's kind of complicated. Dealing melee weapon damage grants you 1 stack of assassination. Assassination lasts 5 seconds and increases melee weapon damage by 4.5%. It just basically increases weapon damage for when you continuously kill husks in an area. So these two are just extra, they don't matter too much to the loadout. Of course you have your gadgets. Adrenaline Rush just increases health, like by a lot, like even more than what the coconuts can do. This is for if you're in the storm and you realize, oh wait, I'm at like 1000 HP, I'm really running out of health really fast, and I don't have enough coconuts to get me back to the storm eye or the truck fast enough without dying. So this is in those like for those clutch moments when you're right about to die. Of course, those coconuts can sustain you if you use them wisely, but this is just in case if you're using them unwisely. The stationary hover turret, just for when there's too much husks for you to handle in an area. Maybe you missed your dragon slash by accident, and now those husks are going right to the truck. This is for those clutch moments again. These gadgets over here, you can replace them with anything you want, but these are just the ones I have the best experiences with, and I suggest you using. As I said before, this loadout is great for spearheading the attack and the path towards the radio station that lies at the end of the map. Of course, since you're spending so much time in front of the truck and just making sure those waves of husks don't touch the truck, you're not gonna have that much time to loot up. So now you gotta rely on your teammates to get enough resources to make enough traps to build the final base that you're gonna need at the last minigame. The last minigame is pretty difficult if you don't have enough traps and enough trap tunnels and stuff like that to defend against those waves of husks. Because there's so little husks there, but they're so powerful, like 160, upwards of, yeah, 160, you know? They're so powerful and like so scary, honestly, because it feels scary when you're not able to one-shot them with like your melee weapon when you're used to like absolutely lasering them in like regular games, you know? So you have to be ready for the last mission, the last mini game with all those husks. So this is where like communication comes in. It's kind of like automatic for your teammates to just loot up and like get swords and weapons and guns along the way that's on the path. But if you notice that your teammates aren't looting up enough, just say something in chat or something like that, because it's so important that you remember to get enough resources for the final battle. Thank you for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to get more videos like this. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Comment anything you thought about the video. Comment any likes, dislikes, criticism, video ideas, anything. I'll respond to every single comment down there, I guarantee. I'll see you in the next video.